G'day, Peter here from PPA, Kevin and Real. Today we're up to step 4 in our Improvement Done For You program. Now, crucial, you buy the correct property. So today is all about the right property for the highest returns. We're talking about capital growth, tax benefits and cash flow. So why do most people get it wrong? Unfortunately, most people are buying established. And why can this be the wrong investment for you? You pay full stamp duty on the entire purchase price. There's unforeseen maintenance issues. When you buy an established house, even with a builder's report, there's so many underlying problems that you're not aware of. The foundations, the electrical, the plumbing, things you just can't see with the visual check over. No depreciation. In an older house, you cannot depreciate the property. And depreciation is the major tax driver for an investment property. Less tenants demand. Look, tenants today want new properties in good locations that are designed with a floor plan that suits the lifestyles today. Open land, open plan living, quality appliances, and all the things you need in a house to be comfortable. Cost per week. There's obviously a lot more cost to hold a property when it's established because you haven't got the tax advantages. Your rental income mightn't be as high, and you may have paid a higher price for the property. So therefore your cost to hold can be much higher. And you want to have no cost to hold if you can help it, or keep it as low as possible so it does not affect your lifestyle today. And lastly, capital growth drivers. When you look at an established house, the growth drivers are generally based on the median house price growth. Look, timing is crucial. We talk about timing quite often, and it's one of the biggest drivers is timing. But with a new property, that's pretty much all that's really with an established property, that's all that's really driving your capital growth is the median house price growth. You want to compound that with a bunch of other things that help drive that property upwards. When you compare that to what most people should be buying is a new property, and this is one of the things that builders look for. Not only because they may be building their own property, or they are looking to get into a new property in another location, not where they live. They're looking for a new property because these major growth drivers and these different factors to consider. You pay stamp duty on the land only. So that means that there's a land contract and a bill contract, and if it was a $400,000 property, for example, and the bill was $220,000, the land was $180,000, then you'd only be paying stamp duty on the $180,000. This is a big saving from day one. Little to no maintenance. When you buy a new property, especially if it's quality built, you usually have little to no maintenance for the first 5 to 10 years of that property. This is again, because as I said before, maintenance is a cash flow killer. So you really want to avoid those headaches you don't need as a landlord. Maximum depreciation. Again, a new property is the highest depreciable items are in new properties. The first 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 years has the highest depreciable factors for all the building, internal and externally, and that slowly goes from 1 to 40 years, but it gets smaller and smaller every year. And the first 5 years of a property gives you the highest depreciation, and that's again why a new property has the highest tax benefits when it comes to depreciation. Maximum tenant demand. Again, getting that house designed for today's tenants, where people want to live. Because you want to build a place so you can choose your tenants, not have a shortage of tenants on your property. You want your house to be in huge demand, so you can pick and choose the right tenants for you, and have a house that's always tenanted and never vacant, or very rarely vacant. Positive cash flow. Again, due to being a new property with the highest tax benefits through depreciation and high rental demand, therefore high rental income, you're more likely to have a cash flow positive outcome every week in your pocket, using a tax withholding variation form to keep that tax dollars working for you and keep the cash flow coming in. So it does not affect your lifestyle today, because you want to keep living life, and not have that property change your lifestyle, but driving forward for your future. And lastly, maximum capital growth drivers. Again, when you're buying a new property, you do have timing is critical, but you've also got a bunch of other growth drivers. You've got new infrastructure driving the prices up, which creates jobs. Jobs create population growth, push house prices, demand on house prices, pushes prices up. You've then got developer uplift. Developers keep pushing up the prices stage by stage. many of our clients are making money. They buy the property at today's prices, and before the house is even built, the land prices have gone up $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. So just on the land alone, they're making money through developer uplift by developers pushing up the housing, pushing up the land prices during the property cycle upswing. You've also got, buying a property wholesale at the right price. You can actually buy that property for the right price to start date from day one. Establish capital benchmark. Around you, you get bigger, larger homes, mums and dads building bigger homes. They might be spending $700,000 for a 4-bedroom property, but yours could be $450,000 amongst these bigger homes, and these drive up the value of your property. When you start combining all these things with timing, you get many more growth drivers, which can make you a lot more money much sooner. Probably it's not a get-rich-quick scheme, but you certainly want all the drivers working for you as soon as possible, so you can duplicate sooner and build a portfolio and have a portfolio that's always driving upwards. As each city will cycle different times, you want a diversified portfolio with new properties in different locations, which will over time have a growth, compounding capital growth in a portfolio. So I hope you really enjoyed that. That's step 4 in our proven process, the Done For You system for property investment, designed by builders, which gives the everyday Australian the opportunity to have the builder's advantage and the builder's inside knowledge to help you gain your results much sooner. Thanks very much. Until next time.